Is the origins of Egypt in the Mediterranean, yo? Is parts of the origin
Um,
of it, and is parts of the origin of it in the Mediterranean? Would you say that?
I would say that the population of the ancient Egyptians first came through the Mediterranean down into the Nile, reaching Upper Egypt.
I got the perfect name for it. Super dummies. Though people may not admit it, African Americans are much needed in this world. You see, we were oppressed people, came over here in chains, and yet we fought our oppressor and rised up. So today we like to speak up for the people that cannot speak up for themselves. The modern Egyptians seem to put a lot of emphasis on blonde hair and European haplogroups in regards to the ancient Egyptian mummies, how Eurocentric of them. I see a lot of emphasis on affinities that they don't even have. They don't have blonde hair. The R1b haplogroup is very rare among them. It seems to me that they would much rather give credence to the ancient Egyptians being some type of European race before they give credence to the Nubians who have lived in Egypt since time immemorial. There is so much archaeological evidence linking them as the originators of ancient Egypt, but I see none of the so-called modern Egyptians speaking up for them. So we, the African Americans who love ancient civilizations and scientific literacy, will speak up for them and give credence to them because they are indeed, without a shadow of a doubt, the mothers and fathers of the ancient Egyptian culture. Evidence of the oldest recognizable king in human history preceding the rise of the earliest kings of Egypt by several generations has been discovered in artifacts in southern Egypt among the Nubians. Until now, it had been assumed that at that time, the ancient Nubian culture had not advanced beyond a collection of scattered tribal clans and chiefdoms. The existence of rule by kings indicate a more advanced form of political organization which many chiefdoms are united under a more powerful, wealthier ruler. The discovery is expected to stimulate a new appraisal of the origin of civilization in Africa, raising the question of to what extent later Egyptian culture may have derived its advanced political structure from. The various symbols of Nubian royalty that have been found are the same as associated in later times of the dynastic pharaohs. The new findings suggest that the ancient Nubian may have reached the stages of political development as long ago as 3300 BC, several generations before the earliest documented Egyptian king. The discovery is based on the study of artifacts from ancient tombs excavated years ago in an international effort to rescue archaeological deposits before the rising waters of the Aswan Dam. Keith Seald had suspected the tombs were special, perhaps even royal. Dr. Williams said in an interview it was obvious from the quantity and quality of the painted pottery and jewelry that we were dealing with wealthy people, but it was the picture on a stone incense burner that indicated we really had a tomb of a king. On the incense burner that was broken and had to be pieced back together was a depiction of a palace, a crowned king sitting on a throne in a boat, a royal standard before the king, hovering above the king, the falcon god Haru. Most of the images are once commonly associated with kingship and later Egyptian tradition. His name is unknown, but he is believed to have lived approximately 3 generations of kings before the time of Scorpion, the earliest known Egyptian ruler. Scorpion was one of 3 kings said to have ruled Egypt before the start of what is called the First Dynasty. Basically, the civilization that would go on to become Egypt did not begin in the Middle East nor on the Mediterranean coast. It began in Africa among indigenous Africans, respectively.